Well, good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Oak Hill High School and the Eagles Nest for the consolation game between the Madison Grant Lady Argyles and the Eastbrook Lady Panthers. Madison Grant comes in getting blown away by Oak Hill this morning, 43-21. And meanwhile, Eastbrook comes in barely losing to Mississinewa, 44-41. So Jeff Liddick and the Eastbrook Lady Panthers back for more here tonight to take on Coach Elizabeth Garassi's Madison Grant Lady Argyles. Dalton Bishop alongside Josh Dakin. Josh, what did you see out of the two teams here this morning?
Yeah, so a couple things just to take away from both. If I'm looking at a favorite standpoint for tonight's matchup, my favorite goes to Eastbrook for the fact I thought they played a complete game. I thought Madison Grant only played a half of basketball. So my favorite tonight is going to be Eastbrook just for the simple fact I think they can put together another complete game. Madison Grant will struggle, but I want to talk real quick. Eastbrook's probably the favorite, but if Madison Grant utilizes the two guards of Maddie Evans and Danielle Hudson, this might be a good game for Madison Grant if they can hit shots, but I just heard Tim George about 5 minutes ago say the team that shoots the best is going to win. You're not going to win this game unless you shoot good, because both teams, I think, are pretty good defensively. So I think that the key tonight is the two guards for Madison Grant have to hit shots, and Eastbrook as a team has to get steals and get out in the fast break.
For me, and we talked about this before we got going. If Madison Grant can score the basketball and it's a high-scoring game, I think the Lady Argyles come out victorious. Now, if Eastbrook can keep it a low-scoring game, I think the Panthers come out victorious because in the past, Jeff Liddick has shown and proven he knows how to win basketball games.
Yeah.
So, as a head coach for Eastbrook, Jeff Liddick knows how to get the job done. Coach Garassi, we haven't seen much of her. This is only her second year in Madison Grant, so you don't really know what she's capable of doing. But, I had a chance to talk to Coach Liddick, and we'll have that interview for you here in just a few minutes. But, when I look at Madison Grant this morning, Danielle Hudson was able to penetrate against the Oak Hill, and if she can do that again tonight against Eastbrook, then the story might be different for Madison Grant.
Yeah.
Also, Maddie Evans only had 3 or 4 points this morning. So this evening, if she could, produce a little more offensively, it could be a different story for Madison Grant. But for Eastbrook, like Coach Liddick said in his post-game interview, if they shot 40% from the free throw line, they shoot 60%, they won that game.
Yeah.
So it's all, and I like the way Coach Funk from the Indians football team explains it. It's a game of yards and inches in football. This is a game of free throws and not many, and you can't turn the ball over.
Yeah, I mean, free throws and hustle plays. You're going to score the basketball and you're going to get stops. It's a matter of who can make the little plays in a crunch time situation, and Mississinewa did that in the first game, and Oak Hill did that in the second game. Neither of these teams did, so tonight it's going to be interesting to see because both teams have only won 4 games. One of these teams are going to get to number 5, the magic number 5. It's just a matter of who's going to make the most hustle plays and who's going to play the best coming down the stretch. And I think that's where Eastbrook has the advantage, even though Eastbrook's the younger team. They don't have a senior. They only have 2 juniors. The rest are freshmen, and they have a couple sophomores. That's why I think Eastbrook, I think they're more disciplined. I think they pick up the win. But I think Madison Grant will give them all they got.
We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back and hear the comments of head coach Jeff Liddick. This is the Grant 4 Live from Oak Hill High School. We value the communities where we work, so we're committed to giving back. You'll find our associates serving clients in our offices, but you'll also find us investing our time and talents to support local organizations and great causes. Many financial advisors are on Chamber of Commerce and serve as board members and event coordinators for local organizations, and our associates volunteer. donate, and support a variety of charitable organizations. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Back at Oak Hill High School consolation game. Coach Jeff Liddick with us. Coach, came up short this morning against Mississinewa. I know that's one that you had right on your fingertips and that you wanted, but now you put that past you because you got a game to play tonight against Madison Grant. What are some of the things that you talked about with the girls coming into tonight's game?
We just talked about we need the same kind of effort and intensity that we had this morning. We just need to execute a little bit better. And I felt like we gave one away this morning. I felt that was a game that we should have won. Knock down a few more free throws and execute offensively a couple more times, and we win that ball game. So a lot of positives came out of this morning. We took care of the ball, only had 5 turnovers according to our stats. So we've got to have that same kind of performance tonight with just a little bit more execution. And if that happens, I like our chances.
Obviously, Danielle, Hudson, and Maddie Evans, the two that stand out for Madison Grant. So what do you do to stop them tonight?
Just play good D, man. It's, the two, especially Danielle, she's very quick with the basketball. She creates shooting opportunities not only for herself but for teammates, so we've got to be able to contain her. And then on the perimeter, we've got to know where Evans is at on the perimeter and be able to take her three-point looks away. Then block out and rebound. Do those things on the defensive end, and we'll be all right.
How important is it for you to come away with a win tonight?
We're on a losing streak here, but I don't know that getting a win is necessarily all that important. We always preach to our girls. We just want to be better. When we step on the floor, we want to be better than we were the time before. So if we step on the floor tonight and we're better than we were this morning, but we come up on the short end of it, it's still a win for us. So we just need to play a little bit better than we did this morning, and then let everything else take care of itself.
Coach, thanks for your time and good luck against Madison Grant.
Thank you.
Back in 2 minutes from the Grant 4 at Oak Hill High School. Welcome back to Oak Hill High School as we get ready to get things underway in the consolation game between the Eastbrook Lady Panthers and the Madison Grant Lady Argyles. So we're about 90 seconds away from the opening ceremonies and the starting lineups. Both teams at their respective ends warming up at the free throw line. Of course, Eastbrook needed a little work with that because obviously this morning, like Coach Liddick said, 40% is not going to get it done in any game. Down here at the other end, you got Madison Grant in-line shooting free throws, and the one girl on the far perimeter is Danielle Hudson, and I'm telling you what, the girl can shoot it.
She can not only shoot it, she can attack with the dribble, and she's just a good basketball player. Very quick. She hustles. She's just a great athlete.
Yeah.
That's what you want in a basketball player. And I can say the same for number 3, Maddie Evans. She didn't play a whole lot in the first game. This is a big game for her to really prove, you know, hey, I'm ready for the stage or I'm not ready for the stage. Even though she's a senior, she's going to play softball, but she needs to show that, hey, I'm still committed to playing basketball.
Yes, sir. So we're getting ready to get the starting lineups, and we'll have it for you here from the Eagles' Nest in downtown Mere, Indiana. So I don't know if we're going to do a national anthem. If we do the national anthem, we'll go to that break.
Second game.
Okay, so it's the second game, so we'll have the starting lineups. Lineup for the Eastbrook Panthers.
Okay.
Starting at a guard, number 12, Sarah Folk. She is a freshman. At another guard, a sophomore, number 14, Brianna Stepp. Third guard position, sophomore, number 20, Shauna Singer. At a forward position, number 32, Kylie Stanfest. She's a junior. And rounding out the lineup for the Lady Panthers is number 33, Lexi Binkard. She is a freshman. Now the starting lineup for the Madison Grant Lady Argyles. Starting at a guard position, senior number 3, Maddie Evans. At another guard position, senior number 5, Danielle Hudson. At a forward position, a freshman, number 40, Zoe Barnett. At another forward position, sophomore, number 44, McKenna Luger. And in the middle, sophomore, number 50, Kayla Comer. The Lady Argyles are coached by Elizabeth Garassi, and the Lady Panthers are coached by Mr. Jeff Liddick.
And just a quickie here real quick. Give me 2 keys for each team that you think they have to do to secure a victory here in this ballgame.
Eastbrook, hit your free throws and stop the guards of Maddie Evans and Danielle Hudson. For Madison Grant, same thing, hit your free throws, but Maddie Evans and Danielle Hudson, you've got to score. Take care of the basketball.
I agree. I just want to see what you had to say.
Tap up, Evans with it, and the Lady Argyles move from left to right. They're in their white uniforms with the gold and black trim. Eastbrook in their gray and red uniforms, they move from right to left. Here's Evans with it at the top of the key. And a foul. Oh, I thought
No.
for a minute I thought he said a travel.
No.
But there is a foul, and it's on number 14. Brianna Stepp, her first in a team's first. And battling the ball is number 44, McKenna Luger. She gets it to Evans.
That's a good call, too. She extended the forearm.
Evans goes over to Luger. Luger with it. Looking. Got to get rid of it. Now she does, and it's a turnover. Back the other way. Shot up, swatted away. Evans goes up, layup, blew the layup. So my, oh my. With it. Here is Singer. Goes out. Stanfest 3 on the way. No. Rebound comes down to MG. Hudson. Back the other way for Madison Grant. She's got to drive inside. Here's Luger. Back over to Danny Hudson. Top of the key. Over to Luger. Luger. Here is Evans. Lost control. And a jump ball. It's going to be a turnover on Madison Grant, their second.
They're just kind of a little stagnant on offense here to start. They're just dribbling along the top of the key. And they're running what looks like a motion offense, which means that all 5 players have to be moving. You have 3 seconds in your spot, and you must pass and cut. And they're just not doing that. They're kind of stagnant right now.
I know Danielle Hudson's creeping up on the 1,000th career point. Here's Evans with a steal, goes inside. Barnett, count it, and the foul. So Zoe Barnett with a bucket and a foul on a beautiful pass from Maddie Evans. So Zoe Barnett going to go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play opportunity. Free throw up by Barnett, rolls in. The Argyles lead 3-0. And bounding with it now is Folk. Gets it off to Stanfest. She lost it. It's off of Maddie Evans. It's staying with the Lady Panthers.
There was miscommunication there from Madison Grant. They had two girls guarding one person. There's going to be an open lady down the floor. They needed to recognize that.
Inside floater up by Folk, no good. Slapped out of bounds. It's staying with the Lady Panthers.
That time, as she looks up the floor, she had a lady on the far side cutting to the basket. She'd have been wide open for the two.
0 for 3. Here's Stapp, a two-point jumper. Got it. 1 of 4 from the field. Here is Maddie Evans. Evans gets it across half court. Dribbles to the left, goes over to Barnett. Barnett kicks it out to Danielle Hudson. Hudson driving. Dishes it off to Luger now, back to Hudson. Hudson, 3 on the way. Got it! No, sure, two. Called a 2. Yeah. Foot was on the line.
Yeah.
That's good to see Hudson. Here's a steal. Evans, layup. Hudson, 7-2.
And they will press all night long. They will press until Eastbrook shows they can break it, and then they'll probably still press.
I told you what was the keys for Madison and Grant. You got to get your guards going.
Well, and so far the guards have it.
Step 3, no good. It's a rebound by Luger. Back the other way comes Madison Grant. Ball tipped and staying with MG.
I think a key for Eastbrook now is they have to get back in transition. Madison Grant's looking to run and gun. Or not run and gun, they're looking to run and get it down, and they got to do a good job of getting back defensively.
Here's Luger, floater up, no good. Wild shot. Rebound comes down to Eastbrook. Bringing it back out. With it now. Stanfest jumper, no good, but she's fouled on the box out. A little too much body action. And I don't know if she's going to the line. Yes, she is.
Yeah. She got fouled on the shot, hit her on the arm.
So now she's going to get 2 attempts from the line. Brian Childs, the head skipper of the boys basketball team over at Eastbrook, in the house supporting the Lady Panthers. The first free throw by Stanfest is good. 7-3. Stanfest had an outstanding game this morning.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Childs and the Eastbrook Panthers pulled off a big win over our Mississinewa Indians the other day in the Grand Four. It was a little bit of a surprise, but Ryan Mansbarger, he's a monster. I mean, he had 45 points in that game, and he's number 2 all-time leading scorer for Eastbrook, I believe. He's like less than 100 points away from setting the all-time record. So congratulations to him.
And bad news coming for that Indian basketball team yesterday, and we'll talk a little more about that at the next time out. So whether it's Folk driving inside, gets it to Shauna Singer, kicks it out, Stanfest, inside, kicks it out, step, inside, floater, blocked away, rebound taken down by Madison Grant. Out and running, here's Evans. Evans driving inside, pass to Luger. Luger goes up, no good. Rebound, tipped up, no. Off of Eastbrook, so it's staying with Madison Grant. So Barnett inbounding. Here's Maddie Evans. The ball was tipped out of bounds. Staying with Madison Grant. Here we go. Into the game is Bailey Disler. She's a sophomore.
I'm excited to see this championship game tonight. We got us a good one on hand tonight. That'll be interesting to see.
Here is Hudson. Hudson around her defender, goes inside. It's going to be an offensive foul, and I knew it. Had the position.
And that's a good call because she lowered her shoulder.
4 turnovers on Madison Grant. 2 on Eastbrook.
This official over here did a really good job of blowing the whistle immediately and making the correct call.
Hudson's got to be careful to not pick up that foul. Saves it to Evans. Evans was fouled. So Hudson inbounding. She gets it to Maddie Evans. In the corner, Hudson. Can't leave her that wide open, but she missed it that time, but she'll make you pay next. Nice job by Stanfest to go save it. Madison Grant just 3 of 8 shooting the basketball. Stanfest goes over to Singer. Kicks it out. Over to Stanfest. Folk is shot up. Put it in.
Wide open. You can't leave her open. She's probably the best shooter on that team other than Stanfest.
She had 18 this morning.
Yeah, I mean, she's a basketball player.
Luger is shot up. No. Rebound comes down to Eastbrook. Back the other way come the Lady Panthers. Here's Folk. And a charge.
I'm not sure about that call. This one, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think that was a good call. I think it's a no-call play on. That's my honest opinion on that one.
Maddie Evans goes to Barnett. Barnett with it. Gets it over to Danielle Hudson. Hudson brings it out. Now driving to the baseline. Floater up. Left it short. Rebound comes down, and a foul going to be on the floor.
She is all over the boards here tonight so far. Number 50.
Kayla Comer.
She's all over the boards.
Second foul on Singer.
She fouled out this morning, so she's foul prone, it looks like.
Comer.
Oh, she traveled.
She gets it off to Maddie Evans. Evans goes up with a shot fouled on the floor. She's going to the line to shoot 2. Don't want to jinx her, but I said it this morning and she missed one. But this girl can shoot it from the free throw line.
That's also Brianna Steps' second foul.
Evans connects on that. Maddie Evans with her first point of the evening.
And the officials are really blowing the whistle because that's their 6th foul in the first 5 minutes.
Second one goes in and out, and a rebound comes down to Eastbrook.
That's more than a foul a minute for Eastbrook. And they only have 7 players, so they're very scarce on the bodies. They might have to end up playing with 4.
So Kayla Comer picks up the foul.
They're not holding the whistle back either. They're still blowing it. That's 9 fouls in 6 minutes.
Evans to Barnett. Over to Hudson in the corner, driving to the baseline. Threw it away. Back the other way comes Eastbrook. Shot up, no. Shot up, again, no. And a rebound comes down to Madison Grant. Here's Evans. Evans with it. Goes over to Danielle Hudson. Hudson over to Evans. Maddie. She threw it away. Turnover number 6. Floater up, no, but a travel.
Timeout, Madison Grant.
So timeout, Madison Grant, and we said there was some bad news. There was some bad news for that Indian basketball team.
30-second timeout.
And Josh, the bad news for the Indians, the problems continue as the Indians lose their starting point guard. Anthony Horton went down yesterday in practice, rolled his ankle. It turns out it's a severe ankle sprain. He's actually in a walking boot and on crutches. Anthony Horton going to miss the next 4 to possibly 8 weeks.
Now they're thinking it's going to be more toward 4 weeks than it is 8, but he will be out for at least a month. So we won't have him back till late January, going on early February.
So
we'll be about 7 games without him, maybe 6 games possibly.
the bad news, though, is you're getting ready to get Jared May back in the next month or so, but Anthony Horton's going to be out. Evans a 3.
Well,
no good.
They both should be back. When Jared gets back, he'll done be back. I think they'll both be back right on the same time, pretty much.
So here comes Stanfest the other way after Madison Grant gets a rebound bucket. Here's Singer.
And that's just another 10 points that the Indians will lose offensively.
Shauna Singer gets her first bucket of the game, 10-8. Barnett with it. Goes cross court and almost threw it away. Oh, my goodness. They said Hudson had touched it. Now, this is what you got to do. The officials are going to get together and talk about it.
The ball was deflected.
Yeah. Madison Grant ball. So, inbounding the ball, going to be Madison Grant.
That ball was definitely deflected. It changed the spin on the rotation.
Here's
The
Hudson.
ball was definitely, yeah.
Evans goes over to Hudson. Hudson spot up a 3, in and out.
That's a good shot, though. If you're Madison Grant, you can live with that shot. That's an all right one. Singer with the ball into Deisler. Deisler back out to Falk. Falk over to Stanfest. Stanfest down to, well, I had all the names memorized there for a second. Binkard, and back out to Singer. Singer over to Stanfest, and they're going to hold for 1. Dalton?
Yeah. Stanfest goes over to Disler. Disler to Binkard. Kicks it out. Stanfest, now Singer. Singer puts it on the dribble. Stanfest pulls up. Shot in.
Well, I thought they were going to hold for 1. They didn't, but they got the basket to go, and we got us a tie ball game, 10-10.
Here comes Hudson. Oh, nice little saucy move. Crossover. Here's Evans. Barnett inside. Comer kicks it out. Evans. Evans, 3 on the way. Short.
It was flat. It was really flat.
It's going to be a jump ball. Possession staying with Madison Grant. Yeah, she kind of just rushed it because her defender was getting back, closing out on her. Look for Hudson to shoot it here. Hudson or Evans. It's going to be a turnover, actually. 7th on Madison Grant, back the other way. Foul going to be called on Danielle Hudson. That's going to be your second. 1.8 left in the first.
And that's her second. That's danger zone for Madison Grant. We saw this earlier. But with Eastbrook.
At the end of the first quarter, Eastbrook 10, Madison Grant 10. Back in 1 minute. After these words from Insurance Management Group. Insurance Management Group's mission is to be the very best in their field of insurance and risk management. Insurance Management Group strives to provide their clients with an authentic experience by making sure they know the types of coverage available to them, as well as their unique risk. By identifying those risks and teaching their clients how to reduce or eliminate them, they are not just writing insurance policies, they are empowering their clients to take control of the factors in their lives or businesses that could result in a claim. It's impossible to predict the future, which is why insurance is so important. But proper risk management techniques have been proven to make a big difference in their clients' lives. If you have questions or need help with insurance, stop by 959 East 4th Street in Marion and see the gang at Insurance Management Group, or give them a call at 765-664-2333. Insurance Management Group. Insurance Management Group's mission is to be the very best in their field of insurance and risk management.
Insurance Management Group strives to provide their clients.
Welcome back to Oak Hill High School, Eagles Nest, in what we like to call the big city. I'm going to tell you what, folks, it's huge. Mere, Indiana.
There's like 2 houses.
Over and back on Singer. Singer looked like she didn't know what was happening. She definitely stepped over the half-court line. So
Yeah.
that's its basic fundamentals. You got to know,
Yeah,
hey, I can't step over this line.
exactly.
So 7 turnovers apiece and 14 combined for the 2 teams. Now make it 8. One Madison 8.
You spoke too soon, Dalton.
With it now is Folk. Goes over, Singer. Inside, Binkard, and
Another whistle.
foul again. Now, Josh, I'm going to tell you one thing. As long as I don't have to sit through this game like I did a game about actually a week ago at the Marion Classic, Lighthouse CPA.
Jeez Louise. I was there.
And
Let me tell
Lawrence
you.
Central, I'm going to tell you what.
That might have been the worst game I ever seen.
I thought I was watching the Le Mans race, a 24-hour race, and it just never ended because it was 57 fouls called, an Andy McCord record, and 76 free throws attempted.
You got that right.
Turnover again. The turnover extravaganza continues from the Eagles Nest. Here's Stitt. Over to Maddie Evans. Back over to Stitt. Here's Barnett. Dishes it out to Maddie Evans at the top of the key. Evans driving. Gets a screen from Luger to the baseline. Throws it to Barnett. Guess what, Josh? Can you take a guess of what just happened?
Let me guess. Turnover.
Yes, sir. You got it.
Let's just go over a couple quick score updates from around the college football world right now. And when I mean couple, I mean one. Kentucky is playing number 21 Northwestern, and Kentucky's getting their butt kicked 17-7 in the third quarter. Go Wildcats of Northwestern. Try to bring you a couple other updates if you're wondering. Wake Forest beats Texas A&M 55-52, and number 24 NC State beat Arizona State 45-31 right now in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. And the big game of the night for college football, Dalton, if you didn't know, number 8 USC plays number 5 Ohio State. So that'll be the game to watch tonight in the college football world. Also, Kentucky won boys basketball, but they also played a crap opponent. So
Step, hit the jumper.
And Eastbrook's got the lead here 12-10. And as we're going to go ahead and highlight a little bit here about what else comes tonight for basketball world, you got the Indiana Hoosiers taking on Youngstown State tonight at 8 o'clock. The Hoosiers are a 23.5-point favorite, and we'll be giving you live updates tonight from 8 o'clock until the end of the ball game, as we will be watching it up here in the booth as we do our play-by-play here on the Tribe Sports Network. So that'll be interesting to see. Also, more Indiana teams that play tonight. Ball State plays Florida A&M at 7 o'clock on ESPN3, and IU plays on BTN. So that's something to look forward to tonight as the broadcast continues. We'll have live updates from those ball games and more here on the Tribe Sports Network.
Josh, what I'm watching here from high up top in the Eagles' Nest is nothing but
turnovers and fouls.
Turnovers and fouls. And I'm telling you, I said it earlier, and I love how Andy McCord says it. There ain't sloppy joes in the hospitality room, but there's sloppy joes on the court.
Yep. Definitely, I agree. We also got some scores from around the high school basketball league, but we can get that at the next timeout commercial break. Instead of going to commercial, we'll go ahead and highlight some of these scores.
Here's Stitt.
There's some good ones on here.
Stitt, 3, count it, and the foul.
Boom, baby.
Breaking out a little Slick Leonard over there.
So they'll shoot one shot, I believe. Because the basket's good, there should be a one-shot foul. She missed it.
So back the other way. And a turnover. Hey, Josh, guess what? A combined 20 turnovers for the two teams. I'm telling you.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, so we'll have plenty of high school scores to get to here in the next commercial break. We won't go to commercial. We'll talk a little bit of high school boys basketball from around the league. Talk a little bit about the Indiana Hoosiers as they start to rebound from Fort Wayne.
With it is Barnett. Boy, I'm telling you. Stitt goes over to Barnett. Barnett kicks it out to Cleaver. Hey, it's not a turnover this time. It's staying with Madison Grant.
Close enough, though.
Here is number 33. That was Conleth. Stitt went inside. Out of blocked. And a rebound.
Well, I guess you can count that a block. I was going to count it a turnover, but you're generous.
Yes, sir. With it. Floater up. No good. She got it to go this morning against Mississinewa. I'm telling you what, the girl had 19 points. That was Sarah Folk. 19 points against the Lady Indians this morning.
Yes, she tore them up.
So inbounding, this is Stanfest. Gets it to Sarah Folk, who wears number 12. Floater from the free throw line, no good. Rebound to Barnett. Back the other way comes MG. With it, Cleaver shot up, put it in. That was a pretty good looking shot there out of Kristen Cleaver. She's actually a senior. Jeff Lennox had enough, and he's calling a timeout. With 4:21 left in the first half, Madison Grant 15, Oak Hill 13. We're back in 30 seconds after these words from Edward Jones.
The communities where we work, so we're committed to giving back. You'll find our associates serving clients in our offices, but you'll also find us investing our time and talents to support local organizations and great causes. Many financial advisors are on Chamber of Commerce and serve as board members and event coordinators for local organizations. And our associates volunteer, donate, and support a variety of charitable organizations. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Well, welcome back to Oak Hill High School. 15-13, Lady Argyles with a 2-point lead. And Kylie Stanfest goes over to inbound the basketball. And going to inbound it to Sarah Folk. Well, and here we go.
And as you can see, neither of the two guards are out there for Madison Grant, and they have the lead right now. So this is interesting to see. Actually, just kidding. No, yeah, they have the lead.
Cleaver takes it away. Goes, oh my goodness, what a wild shot. Man. 21 combined turnovers between the two teams. And again, the turnover extravaganza continues.
So as we get a little bit of a break in the action here, we're going to talk a little bit of boys' scores from around the league, and we can kind of get your take on it, Dalton. We're going to go ahead and go to the Columbia City Huntington tournament in Huntington. And Belmont beats Lighthouse PA. CPA that we just talked about a moment ago.
Man, I'll
67-59, Belmont's a winner. Belmont struggled last year there in the Mississinewa Indian sectional, both boys and girls. Beat them 67-59. Also, Norwell beat Widco this morning, 60-53. Maryville beat Columbia City, 51-36. Indianapolis Encina beat Leo, 76-65. And as we go down the list, Norwell beat Belmont 65-35 for 9th place. And Hamilton Southeastern beat Huntington North by 1 in opening action, which was a fantastic game is what I've heard. And Lighthouse CPA beat Widco 78-68 for 11th last place in the tournament.
We got 22 turnovers now between the two teams. Folk hit 2 free throws a moment ago. And here's Stanfest with it. Mississinewa Lady Indians arriving. And a travel. Man, 23 turnovers.
Also, just a little bit more, Miami County Invitational. Caston beat North Miami 53-48, and Macconaquan, Peru play tonight at 8 o'clock. That's just a little update from the Miami County Invitational, and that's pretty much all the local teams around here that we can let you know of. Tri-Central plays Clinton Perry tonight at 6:30, and New Haven plays Huntington North at 8 o'clock. That should be a really good game. Columbia City plays Leo at 6 o'clock.
Here is Blakely Stitt with it at the top of the key. Stitt to Hudson, who just checked back in. Danielle to Stitt, over to Cleaver. Cleaver, my goodness. 24 turnovers combined, 12 apiece for the two teams. It's turnover, missed shot, turnover, missed shot. Finally one goes in, and then another turnover. So that's the way things have been going. Here's Stanfest, kicks it out. Folk shot up, no good. Rebound. And went off of Danielle Hudson.
And if you folks didn't know, it's a tie ball game, 15-all. So we got us a barn burner here in the first half.
Singer inside.
That's a good little move there. Hit the ground hard, but good move. And here come the guards back for Madison Grant. Hudson checked in, and here comes Maddie Evans. I would like to see them go with a 3-guard lineup with Hudson, Stitt, and Evans and see what they could do against this Eastbrook defense.
Free throw up and no good. They're going to.
I like this lineup. I want to see what happens. They got the 2 bigs and then the 3 guards that are quick. 2 are seniors, and then Stitt's a sophomore.
I'd love to see Madison Grant get good looks on the outside on the perimeter, and for Eastbrook, I'd love to see them be able to get inside and pound the ball. She connects on 1 of 2. They're 6 of 8 from the team from the free throw line. Inside, beautiful pass, missed shot. Hudson skies for the board. Maddie Evans sets her feet, eyes 3, no good. Over the back foul. .25 turnovers in this game. Free throw up and
no good.
No good.
I had to guess you were going to say that, Mr. Bishop.
1 more free throw on the way. It's going to be their 10th attempt of the contest.
It's been a little sloppy. It definitely has been a little sloppy.
She missed them both.
A lot of turnovers, a lot of missed free throws.
And an offensive rebound. Stanfest pulls up jumper, got it. (18-15). Here is Danielle Hudson. An offensive foul, and make that 14 turnovers on Madison Grant. And 26 combined.
And that's a good call. She was not set on the screen. That's a really good call.
At the half, I'm going to step away, and Josh, you'll be able to call in the 3rd quarter along with Ryan Scott, the 3rd and 4th, as I go and chat with the 2 coaches about the championship game coming up, get their thoughts of what they think is going to happen, what they need to do. We'll get set up for the championship game between the Mississinewa Lady Indians and the Oak Hill Lady Golden Eagles. Maddie Evans with it. She's got to get rid of it. She gets it over to Danielle Hudson. 3 on the way. Got it!
I thought that 3 was in rhythm, and I thought that was a good one. She's forced it a little bit here this morning and tonight, but that one was in rhythm. That's a good shot.
Tied at 18. This may be the game of the day. Shot up. Stand fast. Put it in.
I don't know if it'll be the game of the day exactly, because I think that Mississinewa Eastbrook game this morning was pretty good.
Hudson to Evans. Goes over to Danielle. Hudson with it. Evans floats it inside. And a turnover. 15 on Madison Grant. It's a wonder they're still even in this game.
(2018) Eastbrook leads.
Wait a minute. It ain't 2018 yet. We still got New Year's Eve. And
you know what? Watch your mouth. Good one, though. Good one, though. Sorry, 18-20 is the score. Eastbrook up.
No. I like it the other way. I like it the other way.
2018 Eastbrook up.
And Stanfest with a 3. Missed it. Offensive rebound. Shot up. No. Offensive rebound. Counted in the foul.
You can count that puppy and add another one. Shots up, and it's good. That's the first free throw, I think, for Eastbrook tonight.
Down to 25 seconds left in the first half. 5-point lead. Maddie Evans with it. Hands it off to Stitt. And a turnover on MG, their 16th of the game.
And there's 10 seconds left still here.
Folk, stand fast. 3. It was a brick. Disler, rebound, put it in. Maddie Evans, a full court Hail Mary was no good. And at halftime, Eastbrook leads 25-18. Turn things over to Josh and Ryan with the rest of this ball game.
Grant County State Bank is proud to be your locally owned community bank. They have been in business since 1939. They are a service-oriented bank, providing their customers with the best in customer care. They have 3 full-service branches for your convenience. These offices are located in Swayze, Sweetser, and Marion. Each office offers the best in experienced professional service. Grant County State Bank, growing in our community.
Well, welcome back to Oak Hill High School for tonight's consolation game. Just out of the timeout, 25-18, Panthers lead.
Yeah, thank you for bringing it back, Ryan. And Eastbrook will start the ball to start this second half. And Falk has it at the top of the key for the Panthers. Swings it over to Stanfest. Fest back into... I got a number mixed up already. Let's see here. 33 for Eastbrook is Binkard, sorry. Maddie Evans with the ball for the Madison Grant Argyles. And she gets it out to Hudson. Hudson at the top of the key. Swings it back over to Evans on the left side wing. Evans will think about it. Does a little bit more thinking. Tries to back it down. Then swings it back over to 40, which is Barnett. They get it back to Barnett on the right side corner. And there's going to be an offensive 3-second call on number 44, McKenna Luger of the Madison Grant Argyles. Possession changes, and it's back in the hands of Eastbrook, and Falk brings it up for the Panthers. Over to Singer, down to Deisler, however you want to say it. Over to Binkard, out to Standfest. Throws up the floater, no good. And here comes Maddie Evans in the Argyles. Hudson with the ball, swings it back out to Evans. She thought about taking the three, takes it into the lane, gets it down to...
Nice pass.
Gets it down to Comer, and the basket's good. 25-20. Eastbrook leads in the contest. They bring the ball up. Singer with the ball now, gets it back over to Fest. Back over to Falk. Falk gets it down to Binkard. She lays it up, no good. Offensive rebound, Deisler. She throws it up. Ball was tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Madison Grant basketball. Yeah. He was so close to the call, he couldn't see it. And it's going to stay with Eastbrook, which is the correct call because it was clearly tipped out of her hands. They get it over to Singer in the corner. She throws it down to Deisler. Stolen away. Back over to Falk. She tips it. It'll be out of bounds. It'll stay Madison Grant basketball. Good awareness there for Falk and the Panthers. Barnett inbounds it to Evans. Evans over to Hudson. Hudson with the ball gets it back over to Barnett in the right side corner. She gets it back out to Evans, and they'll reset the offense. Good lob over to Comer. She lays it up, got it to go, 22-25. Argyle's leading to start the second half. It's a 4-0 run. Stanfest with the ball. She'll bring it up for the Panthers. Brings it all the way down to the free throw line and pulls it back out to set it up. Falk swings it over to Singer. Into Binkard, out to Stanfest, puts it up, no good. Offensive rebound, Binkard. She misses the easy layup, though, and it'll be Madison Grant basketball. Falk with the basketball over to Singer once again at the top of the key. And there'll be a foul on number 50, Comer of Madison Grant. It'll be Eastbrook ball. Shots up by Falk, no good. Deisler rebound. Deisler, however you want to pronounce the name. Sorry if we're mispronouncing it, and she travels. On the paper, it looks like Disler to me. Ditzler or Deisler. We'll go with Disler. Ditzler. I don't know. It's a tough name. It's one of those where it's kind of spelled like it should sound, but it doesn't sound right when I say it. Maddie Evans lost the ball out of bounds. It'll be Eastbrook basketball.
Josh, right now for Madison Grant, we have 17 turnovers for them, and for Eastbrook, 13.
It's just sloppy basketball right now on both ends. I mean, not only just turning the ball over, but shooting the ball. There have been some bad shots. They've just not been all there.
They're taking too many shots behind the arc.
Yeah. Standfast with a shot from just inside the three-point arc, and it's good. 27-22 now. Eastbrook leads with 3:45 left in the third quarter. 3:45. Maddie Evans tries to get Hudson on the cut. No good, but it bounces over to Comer. Back over to Barnett, and it'll be out of bounds. It'll stay Madison Grant ball. Stolen away by Falk. Barnett turned the ball over on the inbound pass. Falk, little crossover, lays it up, got it to go. (29-22) now, and a little floater by Danielle Hudson. 29-24 now. Falk fell down, but they didn't call the travel. Over to Standfast. Fast puts it up, got it to go, but she traveled on the play. So the officials kind of talked about it. It's going to be a traveling violation. And here comes Danielle Hudson and the offense of the Lady Eagle, or little Lady Argyles. Blakely Stitt checks into the game for Madison Grant. Really, Eastbrook doesn't do a whole lot of subbing as they only have 7 players. I've not seen 22 yet, and I have not seen 14 a whole lot in this contest compared to the last contest. Really, the last contest we saw a lot of number 14, Brianna Stepp, and less of Bailey Disler. And it's going to be vice versa here tonight. And speaking of her, she's at the line. She throws up a missile, and it's no good. And the second shot here, rather, for the Eastbrook Panthers, up.
MG just turned the ball over.
Falk with the ball, gets it over to Singer. She throws up a 2 and got it to go. 31-24. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Danielle Hudson, little bank shot floater up and good, and it's 31-26. She's starting to find the touch here tonight, as she's got 2 to fall so far. Back to a 5-point contest. Disler down to Singer, no good, and here comes Hudson in the Madison Grant Argyles. Only down 5 now. Showing some moves up top, but she's going to back it up and going to run the offense. They got Stitt on a flare screen, no good. Comer with the save. And here comes Falk in the Panthers. She throws it down to Stepp. Stepp puts it up, no good. Rebound to Evans, and here they come. They're trying to get out and run it a bit here on the fast break. Evans decides that it's best to pull it back out. And that's a lot of what Madison Grant's did, is just kind of run half-court offense as they're down here. Stitt with the basketball now at the top. at the logo, and that's going to be a 5-second violation. I don't think that Madison Grant coach or Stitt knew that there was a count on, and that's going to be a turnover for Madison Grant.
It's like what we said earlier this morning. They might have been keeping track in their head.
Yeah. I mean, I physically saw the official counting. I didn't know it was 5, though.
Yeah.
Either way, the jump shot's up and good, but I did not get the number. Folk with the basket, number 12, and that makes it a 7-point ball game. Danielle Hudson swerves into the basket, but could not get the finger roll to go. And here comes Folk and the Panthers. They're going to probably hold for 1. Just kidding. Step pulls up for 2, no good. Out of bounds off of Binkard, and it'll be Madison Grant basketball with 22.8 seconds to play in the third quarter. Dalton waiting on Coach Todd Law to get out of the locker room to where he can get the pregame interview. But before that, we're going to give you live coverage here. Hudson with the basketball over to Comer. Comer surveys the floor, gets it to Luger. Luger thinks about it with 6, swings it back out to Hudson. Hudson utilizes the dribble, lays it up, no good, but got hacked on the play. She'll shoot 2 with 1.9 to go here in the third quarter. And Ryan, as you sit here and watch the third quarter, who do you think was the better team in the third quarter? We know Eastbrook was the better team in the first half, but who do you think come out and played well in the second quarter?
I would still have to stick with Eastbrook. Not just because they have less turnovers, is because they are handling the ball a lot better than MG.
Yeah, I mean, Hudson makes both free throws. It's 33-28 now. It's still a 5-point game. That's what it was at halftime. I'm going to give the upper hand to Eastbrook just because they had a 5-point lead going into halftime, and they kept a 5-point lead going into halftime. But we're going to go ahead, and at the end of the third quarter, it's 33-28. Madison Grant trails Eastbrook. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout here, and we're going to go ahead and send it over to Ryan Scott and hear a word from Mr. Dennis Roach.
Just a reminder, tickets for tomorrow's Boys Hall of Fame Classic at Newcastle are on sale.
We believe financial advice is more than just having a plan. It's about having the right plan for you, and that only happens with a true understanding of your whole life, beyond just your finances. Because as your needs become more complex, sophisticated advice and a relationship built for long-term become even more important. Raymond James, life well planned. We believe financial advice is more than just having a plan, with an authentic experience by making sure they know the types of coverage available to them, as well as their unique risk. By identifying those risks and teaching their clients how to reduce or eliminate them, they are not just writing insurance policies, they are empowering their clients to take control of the factors in their lives or businesses that could result in a claim. It's impossible to predict the future, which is why insurance is so important. But proper risk management techniques have
Well, welcome back to Oak Hill High School for the consolation game with Eastbrook on top, 33-28, where we just started the fourth quarter. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left. And Josh, I tell you, I'm not going to lie, it's been kind of a slow game. It's really been a slow game the whole entire game, not just a couple quarters, but the whole game, it's been slow.
Yeah, you can say that probably 5 more times, and I'd still maybe not be listening to what you said just because it's been such a slow game. It's tough to stay involved, and it's tough to, pay attention. 35-28, it's been closer than what I thought it would be. I mean, a lot of people said that if this matchup happened, this would be the game of the night just because they're two very evenly matched ball teams. I personally think that the Mississinewa Eastbrook game this morning will be the best game of the tournament, disregarding what happens tonight in the championship game. Most people would have Oak Hill in that game by 25. I mean, we're both Mississinewa fans. We're from the Mississinewa broadcast. So, I mean, we're definitely rooting for Mississinewa, but most likely Oak Hill would be the better team in that game. So it'd be a big upset if Mississinewa was to win. But as we sit here and look, this has been a very, very close contest, and I know it's now a 9-point game. Eastbrook blows the door open. I definitely think right now, though, the only way Madison Grant gets back into this game, they have to not turn the ball over, and they have to start making shots with their 2 guards. They put Stitt in there for a little bit more of offensive driving to the basket help. She has not given them that, and Hudson has not made shots. So if Madison Grant wants to get back in this game, they got to make shots. Tim George over here to my right said, if you're going to win the basketball game, if you're going to win this game tonight right here in the consolation, you have to shoot the ball better than the other team. And most games, the better shooting team will win. But this game especially, whoever gives you the most offense is going to win because they're 2 good defensive teams and they're 2 pretty evenly matched teams when it comes to offense as well. So the team that makes the most shots will win.
Yeah, like we said earlier, Madison Grant doesn't have to have the big shots. They don't have to be behind the arc the whole time. Drive, get the easy back buckets, the easy points, and that'll get you there.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. I think so far all 3 games, there's not been a really whole lot of 3-point shooting. There's been more turnovers than anything. I think you got to continue to get to the basket, and that's how you're going to win basketball games. Yes, making an open jump shot's always a perk, but when you can get to the basket and utilize the dribble, it's just fantastic what happens.
Especially when it's wide open, you go to the bucket wide open.
Woo! Danielle Hudson from deep. That was just about at the Oak Hill logo. 39-31 now. And I'm telling you, if she starts hitting shots, we might have a ball game here. There's still plenty of time, 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. Plenty of time for them to get back in it. There's going to be a foul on White, number 23. Let's see. Blakely Stitt. And there's going to be a full timeout on Eastbrook. 39-31 here on the Oak Hill scoreboard. Eastbrook up. We're going to go ahead and take a minute timeout. We're going to go ahead and listen to Edward Jones as we have this commercial break.
We value the communities where we work, so we're committed to giving back. You'll find our associates serving clients in our offices, but you'll also find us investing our time and talents to support local organizations and great causes. Many financial advisors are on Chamber of Commerce and serve as board members and event coordinators for local organizations. And our associates volunteer, donate, and support a variety of charitable organizations. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Well, welcome back to Oak Hill High School, where we're finishing up the consolation game. Eastbrook on top, 39-31, with 5:32 left in the fourth quarter.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Ryan.
Trying to stay awake.
I feel you.
Good thing we had the man himself next door to us that's keeping us awake.
I tell you what, if it wasn't for Andy McCorkle and Tim George, I'd be over here asleep. So thanks a lot to them. Nothing against this game. It's just that this is a tough one to broadcast. When it's not your team out there on the floor, it's tough to stay engaged. But we have a really good contest going here. Only an 8-point ball game, so nothing to complain about. It's been closely contested. Comer lays it up, got fouled on the play. There'll be 2 shots coming. I just think that we'll keep you updated on some scores now. Maybe if we take a look at the scoreboard from around the country, might give us some revamped energy. As we look at the college football leaderboard, number 21 Northwestern leads Kentucky right now in the Franklin American Mortgage Music City Bowl, 17-14 with 10:50 left in the first half or in the fourth quarter.
Goodness gracious.
And as we look around some other scores, New Mexico State and Utah State in the Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl tied 13-13. NC State beat Arizona State 52-31. And, of course, the headliner tonight, and we've talked about it with Andy, as he's a big USC fan, Ohio State, number 5, plays number 8 USC tonight at 8:30 on ESPN, and that'll be a doozy of a ball game. I do think that the upper hand goes to Ohio State just because they're favored to win by 9.5 points. So I think that it's going to be a really close ball game, but I think Ohio State's got the upper hand just because of J.T. Barrett. I think Sam Darnold has struggled this year. I think he'll have some problems with the Ohio State defense. They're very young, energetic, ready to play. But I think Ohio State picks up the victory tonight. Go Big Ten. Even though I hate Ohio State, go Big Ten. As we look around the league just real quick, we're going to touch on Coach Omega Tandy's alma mater, Cleveland State and Michigan State. Michigan State, this is basketball now. Number 2, Michigan State leads Cleveland State 93-46 with 7 minutes to play on the Big Ten Network if you want to catch the rest of that. Also, number 7, West Virginia is beating Oklahoma State right now. Check that. They just updated the score, 28-all with 6:30 left in the first half on ESPNU. Also, we have a winner in Lexington, Kentucky, as Kentucky beats a struggling Louisville team 90-61.
You know, a lot of people thought that it was going to be a really good game. You know, as a lot of people say, it's a rivalry game. Well, let's just put it this way, not as much anymore.
Yeah. And there's also 2 really, really good games coming on tonight, plus another good one that we'll talk about here in a moment. Number 18, Baylor, plays number 22, Texas Tech, tonight at 8 o'clock. It's not on ESPN. It's not on Fox Sports that I'm aware of. It's showing that it's not on TV, so that's probably not a nationally broadcasted game. Also, number 11, Texas, heads into the Longhorn State to play Texas tonight at 9 o'clock on ESPN2. That'll be a doozy of a ball game as Kansas is coming off of a couple tough losses, but they picked up a big win against Nebraska the other night. That's good to see. And then the game of the night, in my opinion, and this is just because I'm biased, Youngstown State travels to Assembly Hall to play the Indiana Hoosiers tonight. The Hoosiers are favored by 23.5 points. We'll touch a little bit on the Indiana Hoosiers once this game's over, but we've kind of gotten away from this game a little bit. As we kind of look back right now, Eastbrook leads this game 42-32 with 4:13 left. I'm not quite sure if I can think of anything else Madison Grant can do to get back in this game right now, other than they have to hit shots with 4 minutes to go.
I would agree with you. They have to take shots, and they have to take the easy shots.
Yeah, they've not hit shots at all tonight, and I think they need to do a better job of kind of spacing the floor. Mm-hmm. And they need to get Danielle Hudson and Maddie Evans a couple of shots that are open to where they have a chance to go in, because if they don't have that, they're not going to be successful. And as we've seen tonight, Evans hasn't got any open shots, and Hudson only had one routine, I wouldn't call it routine, but in rhythm three-pointer that went in. Other than that, they struggled, and now Eastbrook's up 12. Dalton doubted this game. He thought Madison Grant was the better team. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's the case. I'll say right now Eastbrook's playing harder. They look like they want it more. They're just the hustle play. See, they're on the floor just a second quicker than Madison Grant. They're just like a 0.5 seconds ahead. Disler up, fouled, 2 shots coming for Disler and the Eastbrook Panthers. Still a close ball game here, but we're running out of time. 3:36 left on the clock now.
Dalton is still down on the floor getting interviews and talking to both coaches, Omega Tandy and Mr. Todd Law.
I was going to say, he just texted me from down there and said that he has gotten Coach Tandy. He is trying to get a hold of Coach Law, but I'm going to be honest with you, Ryan, I don't see Coach Law anywhere. I'm pretty sure he's in the locker room, but I do not see him out and about anywhere.
Well, we see some of their coaches, like you said. I don't see him, so he must doing a pregame talk in the locker room.
And Danielle Hudson drives into the lane, lays it up with a little floater for 2. And it's 45-34 now, so it's a little bit closer of a ball game. But still, I'm just going to pick up something that Andy just said. I've not seen a 3-second call this year myself, and there's been 3 in this game. It's just ridiculous to think. I just don't understand that. And there goes Hudson with the shot. It's missed. It was an air ball. I thought the ball was tipped, but they're going to say it was out on Madison Grant, and it will be Eastbrook basketball. 2:58 to go, and the crowd is starting to pile in. We actually have a pretty good crowd tonight for the bad weather. 45-34, and they're going to call a jump ball. Possession stays with Eastbrook. We should have you a doozy here in the second game, at least we hope so. Mississinewa is definitely the underdog as Oak Hill comes onto their home floor to play Mississinewa for the Grand Forks Championship. Like we said, it should be a doozy if Mississinewa makes some shots and doesn't turn it over. But the last time these two teams played, holy moly, it was not what the Mississinewa fans expected, as they lost that contest by, I believe, it was close to 50 points. Only bright spot about that game was Erica Foy hit her 1,000th point. That's number 50, Comer's 5th foul of the game for Madison Grant, and in comes number 33, Morgan Conliff. This is the first time I believe we've seen her this afternoon. We saw her this morning a little bit against Oak Hill, but we have not seen her a whole lot here tonight. Don't forget, we got the nightcap here tonight. We just are witnessing the first of 2 games, but we also have the nightcap, or the final game, or what you would call the blockbuster game or showtime game, as the Indians play Oak Hill in what should be hopefully a close contested ball game.
2 minutes and 25 seconds left. Eastbrook on top, 46-34.
As we kind of get a break in the action here on the dead ball real quick, what are your thoughts for tonight's game? We've kind of talked to some of the Mississinewa fans and talked to some of the Oak Hill fans on kind of what they thought tonight's game was going to be like. We talked to Andy and Tim and, some people that have watched both teams. What do you think? What do you think is going to transpire here tonight?
For both teams, or just for us, or both?
Like, who do you think will what do you think the game's going to be like? Do you think it's going to be a win for Mississinewa? Do you think it's going to be a tough game? I mean, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts and keys to the game tonight?
I'm gonna have to say it's going to be a close game.
Close game. So you don't think either team's just going to come in here and stomp their foot on the ground and just say, hey, it's my gym, we're winning?
No, I think both teams are going to come out, try to play their best that they can. It's the Grand Forks Championship, so a rivalry going on. I think it's going to be a close one.
Fair enough.
That's my opinion.
I think the keys for Mississinewa is they're going to have to shoot the ball well from beyond the arc, because they take a lot of them. They're going to have to hit a lot of them, and they cannot turn the basketball over. If they turn the basketball over, it's going to be a long night.
Find some outside shooters. And
I mean, we saw what happened when they turned the ball over a lot against them last time, lost by 50. So we'll just have to kind of see what happens here.
1 minute 40 seconds left on what we would call at the Indians' home court, the Nicholson Realty scoreboard.
It's only a 9-point game now. They've shaved the deficit a little bit here, but I would have to say this game's all but over. And I never like to call a game until the old lady sings, but I think she's singing in my ear about now.
Again, folks, don't go anywhere after this game is over, because once Dalton Bishop gets back up here,
the festivities begin.
Yes, the pregame show with Coach Omega Tandy and Mr. Todd Law on their thoughts of tonight's game.
Also, we want to give a big shout out to Taylor Mavronicles running the camera for us tonight. He's did a fantastic job this year running camera. He's did a fantastic job today running all 4 games as camera as he checks out his new phone that he just bought. But shout out to him on what a great job he's did this year and what he's did a great job today. And also, he got beaten bowling, and that's something I want to take to the grave. I'm just pulling your leg, Taylor. It was a close game, but you pulled it out. 49 seconds to go here.
Mr. Bishop slowly making his way up top. But once he gets up here, we'll have, like we said earlier, we will have the pregame interviews with Coach Omega Tandy and Mr. Todd Law.
"36 seconds on the clock. 48-37, Eastbrook leads. And 30 seconds on the clock. Hudson takes it into the lane, lays it up, acrobatic, no good. Step with the ball, brings it down for the Panthers. She'll pull it out. Good decision, and she turns it over. Hudson with the steal. Here comes Hudson. Swings it over to Stitt. Lost it out of bounds. Ball was tipped, though. It'll stay Madison Grant basketball.
13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter at Oak Hill High School. Eastbrook on top, 48-37, and the clock is counting down.
10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3. And here we go, 2-1. Buzzer sounds. Hudson jump shot, no good. And on the Nicholson Realty scoreboard, Panthers 48, Madison Grant 37. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back here on the halftime, or actually check that, pregame show here for the Oak Hill Golden Eagles and the Mississinewa Lady Indians here on the
And here comes your Mississinewa Indians.
Check. Well, good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Oak Hill High School in the Eagles Nest in Mere, Indiana for tonight's Grant Ford Championship game between the visiting Mississinewa Lady Indians and the home team and the defending Grant Ford champions, the Oak Hill Lady Golden Eagles. Dalton Bishop alongside Josh Dakin. Josh, it's a pleasure to be here. Thankfully, we're able to be here this evening. The roads,
they're terrible.
Very slick. I talked to Coach Tandy just a little bit earlier. She said that they were having trouble getting here because of how slick things were.
Well, I bet they had to leave 20 minutes early with the road conditions. They probably knew, hey, it's going to be bad. Would be my guess.
And I'm telling you what, Josh, this game here, you might as well just take away Oak Hill beating Mississinewa at Mississinewa by, I think it was 45 or something like that. You might as well go ahead, take that, crumble it up, throw it in the trash can, because Mississinewa's had time to prepare. It's the Grant 4. It's a new coaching staff. Coach Tandy in her first year ever coaching at the Grant 4. She knows how important it is to the girls. Like I said, crumble up that game, throw it in a trash can. You've got a whole new basketball game to play here this evening, and you won against Eastbrook this morning. It wasn't your best game, so you're due to have a good game here tonight. Look for Mississinewa to come out firing against the Lady Golden Eagles.
Oh, definitely. I think it's going to be a matter of refresh, reboot, reload, re-download the app, and get her going. I think this is a time where Mississinewa really has to get back to the basics of their offense and the basics of their defense, and that's how they're going to be successful tonight. They have to make shots offensively, and the way to do that is you drive the basketball, you kick the basketball, you hit open shooters, and they knock down the shots. That's what they did all year. That's what they've been successful at all year, and that's what they have to continue to do if they're going to win. And the number one thing for them is if they want to win basketball games, they cannot turn the basketball over. They cannot turn the basketball over, and we know we've talked about this for a while now. They turn it over excessively too much, averaging like 25, 26 turnovers a game.
You know what, Josh? And I'm going to tell you one thing here. We saw Mississinewa turn the ball over way too much this morning. You can't have 20 turnovers against Oak Hill, or you will lose by 50.
I was going to say, you can turn the ball over 25 times and beat Eastbrook.
The thing about it is, Josh,
You can't turn the ball over 25 times and beat Oak Hill. You'll lose by 25.
and here's the
And
thing.
you can't have that happen.
The thing about it is, like you said, you can do that against Eastbrook because Eastbrook, the reason they lost that game is they missed, 15 layups and they missed, 8 free throws and this and that.
Definitely.
If they convert on those, they're going to beat you, and they beat you by 15.
Yeah.
Oak Hill, you give them opportunities, and they're going to take them, and they're going to run with it. Now, tonight, first off, I'm going to start like this. Erica Foy scored 22 points this morning. Erica Foy has to score 20 or more tonight to be able to beat Oak Hill.
Erica's got to score 25-plus for Mississinewa to dominate teams like they should. And if they don't, if she doesn't have 25 a game, they will struggle. They can win, but they will struggle if she does not have 20. If they have 25, they shouldn't lose a game because the players around her are good enough to play. She is probably the best player for Mississinewa. She needs to get her 25 points to help benefit the team. She doesn't need to force shots. She'll get that as the game comes to her.
Oak Hill is going to come out, and they're going to zone Mississinewa because Mississinewa has the height. They can go inside and score. So if you're Mississinewa, the game plan is, first off, you got to try to get to the middle of that zone and break it and get a bucket under a layup.
Yeah.
If not, I'm sorry to say it, but you're going to have to settle for the outside shot. And when you settle for it, you're going to have to hit it.
I mean, honestly, there's 3 ways to break the zone. You can do it one of 3 ways. You can do it, number 1, it's simple. 3 up top, get 2 guys on the block. You play your offense. You flash a guy into the high post on the opposite side. So if the ball's on the right side, flash your left block post player to the top of the key. And once we get the ball to the top of the key, we can work out of it as of in. When you get the ball to the top of the key, you totally break the zone. Because then you got to pass out. You got to pass down to the opposite block, play a little high-low. Another way to break the zone is ball reversals on the top of the key. So just swing the ball back and forth. You're going to get an open shooter eventually because Oak Hill is not quick enough to get to the open shooter. So if you keep swinging it, also, I think the third way to break it is attack with your dribble and kick. Attack and kick. Mississinewa has good shooters. You can get the ball out and shoot it. Also, when you drive and kick, give yourself a baseline runner and a drive and dip, drive and kick, a drive and take. Any of these ways is the way you can break the zone defensively. And I do think you're right. Eastbrook, Oak Hill will zone, and that's the way to break it.
You know what? The Lady Indians can shoot it. That's just that simple.
Oh, definitely.
They've got 4, maybe
or
5 or 6 that can shoot it outside. So
definitely.
I mean, if they zone you, Taylor Ulrich not experienced at the varsity level, but we saw her in a JV game score 14 points in the third quarter on 4 of 4 from three-point range.
Yeah.
So you might have to bring her in to shoot it outside, but
definitely she's an option.
You can't just keep letting Oak Hill take you out of your game. Yeah. Play Mississinewa basketball, and you will win the game.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
So we've got about 10 minutes left before we get things underway. We'll take a 60-second timeout and hear from Grant County State Bank, and then we'll come back and hear the comments of head coach Omega Tandy.
Grant County State Bank is proud to be your locally owned community bank. They have been in business since 1939. They are a service-oriented bank, providing their customers with the best in customer care. They have 3 full-service branches for your convenience. These offices are located in Swayze, Sweetser, and Marion. Each office offers the best in experienced professional service. Grant County State Bank, growing in our community. Grant County State Bank is proud to be your locally owned community bank. They have been in business since 1939. They are a service-oriented bank, providing their customers with the best in customer care. They have 3 full-service branches for your convenience. These offices are located in Swayze, Sweetser, and Marion. Each office offers the best in experienced professional service. Grant County State Bank, growing in our community. Grant County.
Well, back at Oak Hill High School championship game, Coach. You got goal number 1 accomplished. You're in the championship game. Now goal number 2 is go out and execute the plan. And you got a tough ball team in Oak Hill. What's the game plan coming into the game?
We just have to stay poised and do what we do. You know, our girls have to take care of the basketball. That's the number 1 thing. And then we have to box out and rebound. If we can take care of those 2 aspects of the game, I think we'll be excited about what the outcome looks like.
Oak Hill got a chance to play you at your place. Things didn't go too well for you, but do you feel like if you guys come out and execute the game plan that there is that possibility that you can come away with a trophy here tonight?
Absolutely. I mean, we went back and watched our first quarter of the Oak Hill game, and we had so many opportunities to take the lead and to tie the game. Box outs and turnovers were the reason why the game got out of hand, and our girls realize that now watching it in the film that we take care of the basketball. They have to beat us, and if we can't beat ourselves, and if we do that, I think I'm excited about the outcome.
There's been question about Erica Foy, obviously, because she's dealing with a knee injury, but man, she's tough and she's battling through it. She had 22 points this morning. I don't think the knee's too big of an issue for her.
The knee's not an issue. You know, we're doing preventative things for Erica right now. We know that she has a career outside of this season, and so we're thinking about her future as well. That's why we've rested her in areas, but she's not injured. Erica's going to be fine, and Erica's heart is bigger than any ailment she might have, and so I expect the same thing out of her this evening.
I thought your bench played pretty well this morning. You know, Lakin Evans, who's a junior varsity player, is dressed for you. I thought she did some big things for you off the bench.
Yeah, Lakin, you know what she's been proving the last 2 weeks in practice is that she's just going to do what we ask her to do. And right now we're looking for players that will do exactly what we ask. She's going to execute the game plan. She's highly coachable, and she's poised. And that's what we want. We want somebody who's not panicking out there. And Lakin has proved that in practice. And so now she's earned some time at the varsity level. We look forward to putting her in the game tonight in the championship.
Coach, thanks for your time, and hopefully about 2 hours from now I'll be congratulating you on a championship.
I hope so. Thank you.
We're back in 2 minutes on the Tribe Sports Network. Well, welcome back to Oak Hill High School as the two teams on their respective sides warming up. Mississinewa, you know, I'm telling you, I can't say it enough, Josh, and I just can't. That if the Lady Indians play their style of basketball, they will go home and take a trophy back to Gas City and be crowned your 2017 Grant 4 champions.
I'm all about team spirit, Dalton. And I believe in Coach Tandy more than anybody in this gym. It would have to be the upset of the century if Mississinewa was going to come out with a trophy and the nets. And I don't mean that in a bad way. But Oak Hill is clearly the better team. Oak Hill is clearly the favorite. Oak Hill went to the state championship last year. They returned every single player. I just feel like it's awful tough for the Indians. Now, I've seen crazy things happen. I've seen a team come back from 11 with a minute to go this year. I've seen crazy things happen. All I'm saying is it will be very tough for Mississinewa to win. Not bashing Coach Tandy, not bashing any of the fans, not bashing anybody. I'm just saying it'll be tough to win. I'm just saying.
You know, playing on Oak Hill's home floor, they're the defending state runner-ups. They're the defending Grant 4 champions.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
But I just think it's going to be tough for them to win.
But here's the thing. Answer me this.
Okay, I'm listening. Okay.
Throw away last weekend when Oak Hill won the boys Grant 4.
Look. I'm crumbling it up, and I'm throwing it away. I throw it away.
So that's last weekend, okay?
Okay, that's last weekend.
Take that, throw that, get it out of your mind now.
Okay.
So that's out of your mind.
Out of my mind.
So, other than last weekend, when was the last time that the favorite has won the Grant 4 tournament?
Are we talking?
It hasn't happened in a long time.
Are we talking about boys or girls?
I'm just talking about, in general, boys and girls. It just hasn't happened in a long time.
Last weekend.
That's what I'm saying. If you throw that away.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Oak Hill girls did last year.
But they wasn't the favorite.
They were the favorite. Well,
Eastbrook was the favorite.
Probably was the favorite at that time of the season. Okay, our boys did pull off an upset last year to get there. I understand where you're coming from. Yes, it's tournament play. I just think there's not been a girls' basketball team as good as Oak Hill is right now in a long time in this county, if ever.
You know,
it's been a long time.
Yeah, and I agree 100%, but that's what I'm saying. It happens. Upsets happen.
They do.
And I think one's going to happen here tonight.
It's just awful difficult for me to think that Mississinewa is going to walk in here and blow the doors off of Oak Hill.
No, I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout.
I didn't say it was going to be a blowout. I just think that the way Mississinewa will blow the doors off Oak Hill is if it's within 10. And listen, I'm the biggest Mississinewa fan you'll ever meet, and you know that. You know I'm the biggest Mississinewa fan ever. I just think it's going to be tough. But I completely understand where you're coming from, though, and I completely agree anything can happen. I'm just going off of what I know.
Well, Josh, we've got about 2 hours, and we'll find out who the 2017 Grant 4 champions is. Until then, take a 2-minute timeout and come back with starting lineups and a national anthem. Do that in 2 minutes. This is the Grant 4 Live from Oak Hill High School.
It's about having the right plan for you, and that only happens with a true understanding of your whole life, beyond just your finances. Because as your needs become more complex, sophisticated advice and a relationship built for long-term become even more important. Raymond James, life well planned. We believe financial advice is more than just having a plan. It's about having the right plan for you, and that only happens with a true understanding of your whole life, beyond just your finances. Because as your needs become more complex, sophisticated advice and a relationship built for long-term become even more important. Raymond James, life well planned. We believe financial advice is more than just having a plan. It's about having the right plan for you, and that only happens.
Well, welcome back to Oak Hill High School as we get ready for the national anthem break and the starting lineups. I'll come back with that as soon as possible.
Stand, remove all hats, and face the American flag in the northwest corner of the gym. To honor America, will you join in the playing of our national anthem?
So as you just heard the national anthem, we'll get ready to give you the starting lineups first. First for Mississinewa. Starting at a forward position, number 14, she's a senior, Holly Greer. At another forward position, junior number 15, Allie Hewitt. At a guard position, a 6-foot senior, number 24, Erica Foy. At another guard position, a 5'6" junior, number 30, Tyler Bartell. And at the other guard position, a 5'6" freshman, number 32, Elena Webb. Now for the Oak Hill Golden Eagles at a guard position, senior number 11, Kristen Dubois. At the other guard position, number 11, she's a junior, number 21, Janessa Hasty. At another guard position, number 33, Adriana Trexler. At a forward position, number 31, Kayla Roby. And rounding out the starting five, a sophomore, number 43, Taylor Westgate.
Yeah, we've kind of got to talk about previewing the IU game, but it's 2-2 right now with 16 minutes to go, so that's exciting.
The coaches for the two teams, Omega Tandy, the head coach of the Mississinewa Lady Indians, and Todd Law, the head coach of the Oak Hill Lady Golden Eagles. It's going to be Foy and Westgate to tip things up. Mississinewa comes out in the red uniforms with a white trim, Oak Hill in their home white with the gold and black. The tip is up and controlled by Mississinewa. Here's Webb with it at the top of the key. She dribbles to the left and hands it off to Allie Hewitt. Hewitt with it, goes over to Webb. Webb goes inside to Erica Foy. Foy, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, fought for. Dubois comes away with it. I like the effort there from Mississinewa early. Back the other way is Roby. Roby with it, goes over to Dubois. Dubois over to Janessa Hasty. Hasty to Trexler. Trexler goes over to Dubois. Dubois, top of the key. Goes over to Janessa Hasty. Now here's Trexler.
You cannot let Trexler shoot her. It'll be a long night for the Indians.
Westgate wide open. Nice little up and under move. Put it off the glass and in. Looked like she shuffled the feet, but no call.
I don't know about shuffling, but I know she traveled. She took too many steps.
Here's Hewitt to Foy. Foy across half court, 2-0, Golden Eagle lead. Gets it over to Webb. Now Webb to Bartell.
They missed Hewitt on a cut down low.
I think they're trying to get into their offense. Here's Foy. Foy goes inside, kicks it out. Bartell. Bartell for three. No good.
That looked pretty good from our angle.
Back the other way comes Janessa Hasty. 2-0. Oak Hill at the lead. 6:30 left in the first quarter. Here's Dubois, top of the key. Dubois with it. Goes over to Trexler. Now the Lady Indians are going to trap.
They're going to trap. They're going to do a man, and
that's why you can't do it, because Hasty had a wide open layup underneath the bucket and converted.
Well, the reason that happened is because they didn't communicate. She called a call. Half of them knew what was going on. Half of them didn't. They didn't communicate on who they had. And when you trap, you're always going to leave somebody open, and that's why.
Hewitt threw it away. Here's Hasty with it. Hasty inside, shot up. No good, but an offensive rebound. Trexler with it, gets it off to Dubois. Dubois goes over to Janessa Hasty. In the corner, Roby. Roby with it. Kicks it out, Dubois. Trexler, three on the way, no good. And a rebound comes down to Roby. Now Dubois from downtown. Dubois connected.
Can't let her shoot.
Timeout, Mississinewa on the Nicholson Realty scoreboard. 5:37 left in the first quarter. Oak Hill 7, Mississinewa 0. We're back in 30 seconds after these words from Grant County State Bank.
Can't let her.
State Bank is proud to be your locally owned community bank. They have been in business since 1939. They are a service-oriented bank, providing their customers with the best in customer care. They have 3 full-service branches for your convenience. These offices are located in Swayze, Sweetser, and Marion. Each office offers the best in experienced professional service. Grant County State Bank, growing in our community.
Welcome back to Oak Hill High School, and the Lady Indians come out. They got the basketball, and here's Foy. Foy with it, going down the far side to Bartell. Bartell kicks it in the corner. Holly Greer, shot up, and it's an air ball.
No, but that's a good shot, though. She's wide open in the corner, and that's what you want.
Like I said, it may take you a while to get going, but once you get going and you get stops, you're in good shape.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's DuBois.
Oak Hill spreads the floor so well, though, it's tough to play defense against them. They have so many threats out there that can shoot the ball. She stepped out of bounds. Holy moly.
DuBois to Roby. Roby kicks it out. 3 on the way. Hasty, no good. But an offensive rebound, and I thought a blocked shot, but no, it's a foul on Hewitt.
It was clean on the block. She was holding her on her backside.
So going to the line to attempt 2 free throws will be Adriana Trexler. 5 minutes exact left in the first quarter. And the free throw's up and perfect. It's an 8-0 Oak Hill run to start the game. Free throw up by Trexler, in and out, and a rebound to Holly Greer. Mississinewa not out of it yet. Here is Foy, hands it off to Hewitt. Hewitt with it. Going inside, goes up. Wild shot, no good. Holly Greer, offensive rebound to jump ball. It's going to Oak Hill because the Indians won the tap. Like the effort from Holly Greer.
Yeah. You got to get on the floor if you want to beat Oak Hill. You got to get all the 50-50 balls. You have to outwork them. You have to out-hustle them. That's the way that the Indians are going to win. They have to hit shots as well.
The Lady Indians going to press now.
They've had 2 wide-open threes but missed them both.
Good defense by Allie Hewitt. This might be what you have to do is get steals off of inbound passes, and that's a beautiful play by Oak Hill.
I don't quite understand why they're full court pressing. I understand it's trying to shake them. But I think Oak Hill's very good. So you don't want to take that press because they could end up biting them in the rear if they can break it.
Here is McCorkle with it at the top of the key. 8-0, Oak Hill with the lead. McCorkle driving with it, hands it off Hasty. McCorkle wide open 3, no good. Rebound Westgate. Westgate up, off the glass, no. Over the back, foul, should have been called. Foy blocked her, and they called a foul on Foy, but my goodness, Erica Foy had Westgate blocked out, and Westgate just went right over the back, got the rebound, and she was fouled. That's just a missed call by the official. Unbelievable. Free throw up by Westgate. Got it.
And they don't usually miss from the line, so the Indians cannot let them get to the line.
This could potentially be a 10-0 start. And it is 10-0. Hewitt looking.
This is a must bucket. If they don't get a bucket here, this is danger zone. And I know we're only 4 minutes in. If they don't get a bucket here, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble.
Greer. Hewitt picks it up. Goes
on
to
the scramble.
Bartell. Bartell steps back, shoots it, no good. The Lady Indians are ice cold. It's 10-0.
It's got to be a stop here. This is not good. She traveled.
She definitely did. And another no call. Here is McCorkle in the corner.
They're not communicating on the backside. Trexler was wide open on the back door
Westgate
cut.
went up, put it in, and it's a 12-0 Golden Eagle run. This game may be over. Here is Bartell.
And, you know, I hate saying it so early that it might be over, but you're right. When has Oak Hill had a 12-point lead and lost it?
Foy got fouled on the floor. And you're right. I can't remember it. But I've seen crazier things happen.
Well, you've seen a team be up 11 and lose it in the last minute.
Riley McKee coming in.
So crazy things can happen, I agree. I just think it'll be awful tough.
Bartell 3, no good.
They're not hitting shots.
They're settling for too many threes. Instead of trying to get it inside where you can get a foul, they're just settling for threes. McCorkle splits the defenders, goes up, no good. Rebound Westgate. up, rolled in. It's 14-0. Coach Tandy's got to get a timeout.
Well,
Plank.
she's already used one. She really doesn't want to use two in the first half. Just
Plank.
a quick update, Northwestern beats Kentucky 24-23 in the Music City Bowl.
Turnover on Mississinewa, 14-0. Hallie Plank checks in to replace Greer. Just got to get more size in there to try to stop the offensive rebounds. But first off, you're getting shut out in the first quarter.
And also another update here, Indiana leads Youngstown State 11-8 with 12:29 in the first half.
McCorkle with it. Goes over to Hasty. Hasty hands it off Westgate. Now McCorkle. McCorkle with it. Goes inside Smith. Smith, wild shot up. No good. Rebound, Hallie Plank. Now here's Bartell. The Lady Indians got to get a bucket here. Webb with it. Elena dribbling to the right. Now to Bartell. Bartell goes inside, tried to get it to Foy. Now does. Goes up, put it in, and the shutout is gone.
See, he wanted to call a foul there, but he decided to keep it in his mouth, the whistle. Yeah, you're right, 14-2 now. They finally broke it. But I was going to say, we said it a minute ago it was a must bucket. That was a must bucket if you want to have any chance in this ball game.
Now you've got to get a stop.
She traveled.
McCorkle shot up, no. Over the back, should have been called again. And a shot up and in.
And I'll tell you
Aja Smith.
The reason they're not calling over the back is, number one, it's not a such rule. It's a push from behind. But the reason they're not calling it is because she's going straight up. For them to call the foul, she's got to put her hands not like, it has to be not vertical.
Foul on the floor. Foy was fouled. Foul was on no-kill, number 45, Aja Smith. Allie Hewitt back into the lineup. She replaces Tyler Bartell. 16-2, a 14-point Golden Eagle lead. Webb to inbound. Webb gets it to Foy. Foy goes up. Wanted a foul, no call. McKee gets it. Inside Plank. Plank turns around, put it off the glass, and put it in.
I thought she traveled, but her footwork's not all that great. That's something she needs to really work on in the offseason, because she could be a super dominant post player. And she's going to have to pick up the load next year with Erica being gone.
16-4. McCorkle shuffled her feet and traveled, and Coach Tandy was fired up about that.
They're starting to kind of get a little momentum now. They've got 2 straight buckets. It's a matter of can they get enough stops, and I believe that's only their first or second stop of the game. So it is a must basket here again. You get this basket, and maybe you're starting to feel a little something here in the first quarter.
Here's Webb.
There's still 3 quarters to go, too, so that's the good thing.
Here's Hewitt. Hewitt with it. Allie gets it to Foy. Foy fakes the pass. No good. Gets her own rebound. Kicks it out McKee. McKee inside Plank. Plank off the glass. No. The ball, I thought, went off of Oak Hill, but Hewitt did touch it. And it's off of Allie Hewitt. It's going to Oak Hill.
Erica was way off on that shot because she didn't know if she wanted to shoot it or not. She kind of hesitated, and that's why she missed it. She's got to be confident when she jumps into it and that shot goes in.
Shot up by Roby. Just muscled Plank and put it in.
Hallie was not in position to get that stop. Her angle was bad. Led her right to the basket. She's got to cut that off. Her angle's got to be better.
Foy goes back and puts it in. 18-6. 12-point Golden Eagle lead. You can't let them get a bucket here before the quarter's over.
I don't like that press. They need to get out of that press.
2 boys inside. Threw it up, no. And that's the way the first quarter is going to end. On the Nicholson Realty scoreboard at the end of the first quarter, Oak Hill 18, Mississinewa 6. We'll be back after these words from Insurance Management Group.
Been proven to make a big difference in their clients' lives. If you have questions or need help with insurance, stop by 959 East 4th Street in Marion and see the gang at Insurance Management Group, or give them a call at 765-664-2333. Insurance Management Group. Insurance Management Group's mission is to be the very best in their field of insurance and risk management. Insurance Management Group strives to provide their clients with an authentic experience by making sure they know the types of coverage available to them, as well as their unique risk. By identifying those risks and teaching their clients how to reduce or eliminate them, they are not just writing insurance policies, they are empowering their clients to take.
Well, welcome back to Oak Hill High School. 18-6 lead for the Lady Golden Eagles. After getting a stop there for the Lady Indians, they have a chance to bring it to single digits on a 3 or to bring it back to 10 on a bucket here. And, Josh, I don't think the Lady Indians are out of this game by any means.
I don't think they're out of it, but I think they're on the verge of being out of it. They've kind of worked themselves back into a spot where they can contend to get this back to a game. But I would have said 3 minutes ago this game would have been over just because it was 10-0.
There's a foul on the floor on number 51, Andrea Wilk.
And I know 10-0 is closer than 18-6, but now that they get a little offense under their belt, get a little comfort on the foundation, I think they can work up and build from that. I think they'll be all right.
Webb to inbound. Here is Hewitt. Hewitt with it. Goes cross court to Webb. Now to McKee. Riley. Now to Tyler Bartell. Bartell, top of the key. Over to Elena Webb. Webb with it. Throws it over to Riley McKee. Now McKee driving inside. Floater, no good.
If she's going to make that shot, she's got to bank it off the glass if she's going to shoot it that strong.
Hasty went inside. They called a foul on Webb. I thought she kept her ground, but I guess they must have got her with a blocking.
Yeah, they got her with a push.
I don't know anything. I don't know about all that.
I think the reason they called it was she had position, but last second when she went for the layup, she moved her body and it moved her. So I think that's why they're going to call her with the push.
Hasty going to the line for 2. Hasty's free throws up and perfect.
They don't miss from the line.
One more for Hasty. The lead can go back to 14 on these free throws. And it's 13-point lead on the floor. Jump ball possession is going to go to Mississinewa. Oh, wait a minute here. I thought the last jump ball went to Oak Hill.
It did, but possession changes at the quarter.
Yep. McCorkle to inbound. She's going to get it over to Wilk. Now to Roby. Hasty. Over to Roby. Now McCorkle back to Roby it was. Driving with it is Hasty. Hasty to DuBois. DuBois over to Roby. Roby driving inside, kicks it out, McCorkle. McCorkle goes over to Hasty, now to DuBois. DuBois over to McCorkle. Good defense here by the Lady Indians. Really good defense there. Bartell to knock it out. 19-6 with 6:44 left in the first half.
That was a good defensive possession by Mississinewa. They were active hands. They forced Oak Hill to make a bad pass, and unfortunately she couldn't pick it off. She deflected it, though. That's what Mississinewa needs to do to get back in this game defensively.
Westgate kicks it out. Janessa Hasty over to McCorkle. Back to Hasty. Hasty with it. Goes in the corner. Trexler, now Westgate. Westgate with it.
She traveled.
Cross court to McCorkle. Wild shot up. No good. Rebound. Here's Hasty from downtown. No good. Trexler knocked it out. It's Indian basketball.
Yeah, real quick. That was a good box out by Tyler Bartell, but on that possession, Mississinewa was really, really sound defensively. They played fantastic help side defense.
Definitely the best defense we've seen out of them tonight.
Their help side on that possession was fantastic. Other times they get a little lazy, but that was fantastic help side. And that's something that you have to do if you're going to beat a good team like this, is you have to play great help side defense, and that's what they did. And when we get a little bit of a break or a timeout, we can talk about what I mean by help side. But for now, that's good help side defense.
Foy missed a shot, but it was knocked off of Oak Hill, and the ball staying with the Lady Indians. Here's Foy. Erica with it, goes to Tyler Bartell. Bartell brings it out, gets a screen. Foy rolling. Here's Bartell, taken away. Hasty goes up, count it, and the foul. I didn't even see Bartell touch her.
She did not get touched.
21-6. A 15-point lead. Free throw up by Hasty, no good. Rebound Webb. Now Webb with it. Gets it to Foy. Foy.
Too much dribbling.
Now to Hewitt. Over to Webb. Webb with it. Goes inside. Shot up. Count it. In the foul.
Too much dribbling offensively for the Indians. You have to advance the ball with the pass, not with the dribble. And that's why they're struggling right now. You're too much dribbling along top. You have to advance the ball with the pass, not the dribble. And that's what they're not doing a good job of right now. And Oak Hill's doing a really good job of it. That's the difference between a good team and a bad team. And I'm not saying Mississinewa's bad. Or let me rephrase that. That tells the difference between an elite team and a good team.
And Webb connected on the free throw, so the lead is back to 12. Nice move by McCorkle. Floater rolled in. This is a fundamentally sound team in Oak Hill.
Yeah.
Lead back to 13.
And there's nothing you can do about it if you're the Indians.
Here's Webb. Webb over to Hewitt. Now to Greer. Greer to Hewitt. Knocked off of Wilk, staying with Mississinewa. DuBois returns for Oak Hill. Hewitt gets it to Webb. Elena goes over to Allie Hewitt. Allie dribbles to the right, gets it to Foy. Foy to Greer. Greer, Webb, three out of the corner. No. Foy, rebound, lost control. Back the other way comes Oak Hill. Shot up, blocked away by Hewitt. Westgate, wild shot, threw it up and put it in.
They're just good. They're strong. You know, I think they get in the weight room because I'll tell you what, they just fight through that contact and find a way to get that ball up. You can't give it a chance to go in unless you get the ball up. That's good by Oak Hill.
DuBois picks up the foul.
And this official's telling Todd Lawley better watch it. I don't think he was too happy with the call.
Hallie Plankin along with Tyler Bartell. Lady Indians have got to get something going offensively.
Definitely.
Because once your offense gets on, then your defense will want to start get going.
Yeah, I mean, they feed off of each other. They really do, and people don't understand that. Your defense feeds off your offense feeds off your defense. If you play good defense, you're eventually going to start hitting shots.
Foy inside, threw up a wild shot, tried to get the foul, no call, and now Plank's fouled.
Instead of her, and I'm not saying this is bad, but instead of her throwing that ball up, I understand it's out of control. She's going to travel, so the best she can do is throw it up and hope for an offensive rebound, but it's out of control. If it was under control, I understand. Why not try to throw that ball out and get a shot or dip it down to Hewitt, or Plank, sorry. I understand where she's coming from. She's fallen. She's going out of bounds. She's going to travel, whatever. I just think that there's more efficient ways.
Bartell off the glass, put it in. 25-11.
Now she's sending them back, and I agree with this. They should have did this from probably the start. I honestly think I would not press Oak Hill. I would sit down and make sure I get stops defensively in the half court. Because I think the lower the score benefits the Indians. I think the higher the score, there's no chance. Oak Hill's got too many weapons. You have to keep it low scoring.
I would agree.
That's my honest opinion.
There was almost a turnover. Westgate with good hands.
That's good
defense by Plank. Took it away.
That's really good defense.
Hewitt out and running. Gets it off to Webb. And now you got to get a bucket.
And maybe that's the spark that they need. And there comes the count. We saw a couple 5 seconds today. They're all over him. All over her.
Here's Foy.
Be smart
inside.
with it.
Do up a wild shot.
That's a
Banked
smart
it
shot.
in. 25-13.
I think it's a little out of control, but I think it's a good shot just because she's good from the CIC logo area.
Foy took it away.
It can't be a travel.
Timeout, Mississinewa. So how about that, Josh Dakin?
I'll say this. I think it was a good no travel because she did not travel because nobody had possession of the ball completely. Multiple hands were on the ball. If anything, it's a jump ball. But it's a good call by Omega to call a timeout. Now, the problem with the call on the timeout is you only have 3 left, so you can't use another one this half. You have to play through 2 minutes and 50 seconds without that timeout. They got to find a way to be efficient now the last 2 minutes. And they got to understand that they only have 3 timeouts now, save them for the second half. I mean, what do you think of that play?
I think what it was is Erica Foy, with the player that she is and the heart that she has for the game, realized that the ball was right in front of her, swatted it away, grabbed it, was on the floor. The other girl went down, Westgate it was, tried taking it. Foy just used her muscle, ripped it away, and Coach Tandy said, we got to get a timeout because we need a bucket.
Definitely. I mean, I think it's a good call, good timeout, but it is a must. I'm not quite, well, I just kind of proved the point that probably there shouldn't have been a timeout because nobody had clear possession of the ball, but good timeout by Coach Tandy, good timeout. IU leads Youngstown State 21-12 with 6 minutes to play in the first half. Shout out to Hunter Smalley. He's at the game tonight.
Webb with the ball offensively for the Lady Indians. A bucket here, and you're right back in business.
Well, a bucket here, and the crowd goes crazy for Mississinewa. They got a pretty good travel tonight, as Oak Hill has a fantastic supporting cast tonight. This is a pretty full gym for a girls' basketball game. I'm very happy with the crowd tonight and the atmosphere we have.
Good foul by Webb. I didn't even think that she fouled her. I thought she got the ball.
And it's a good call because she left her feet. If she stays planted on the ground, it's a no call. Since she jumped, she got the foul called because she jumped into the body. She did not stay planted on the ground.
And a missed free throw by McCorkle, so that foul may have paid off.
And I know the ball doesn't lie, but you're right. Either way, it's a good foul, but it is her second foul, so that might be a problem.
Shot up, no good. Westgate pulled down the rebound. With the ball, shot up, no. Foy
got a rebound.
Lost it. It's Indian basketball. Yes, it is.
Yep, that went off Oak Hill.
Anthony Horton in the house, as we just talked about, as we see him across the way, sitting in crutches. Crutches and a walking boot.
I'll tell you what, I bet that was a heck of a way to get in with all that snow and ice.
Webb tried to get it to Foy, but Oak Hill's all over it. Webb's got to be careful. McCorkle shot up, put it in.
You cannot turn the basketball over. And right when Mississinewa got some momentum and got back into this game somewhat, it's right back to where we began.
Webb with it. Goes over to Foy. Now Foy's got to go. One on the world. If you're Mississinewa, you just give it to Foy and let her go one on the world.
Well,
Foy shot up. No, I thought she was hit on the arm.
I agree, and
Coach
I
Tandy
disagree
wanted
with
the
that.
same thing.
I think she was fouled, but I don't know if they want to quite go Erica with the world right now. I think the way Mississinewa is going to get back into the game is if they share the wealth and use Erica as a decoy and then use her at times when they need her. They need her now. I just think you got to spread it a little bit.
Turnover again. Now McCorkle stepped out of bounds and a no call. Are you kidding me?
It's a no call.
Ball hit off the official, and right there, Hasty drilled a three.
The official by rule is in play. By rule, the official is in play. So that's why there's not an out of bounds call, because he is by rule in play.
Foul was on number 15, Brittany McCorkle. Webb at the line. She's got to hit her free throws. Webb. First one on the way. It's good. One more for Elena.
She's got 4 points, I think. Because she had the and one and made the free throw.
Yep, she's got 4 and can make it 5 here, and she does.
Okay.
So 32-15. Now, Josh, I mean, you got to get a stop, obviously. Try to get a bucket, and then when you go into halftime, if I'm Coach Tandy, I say, look, got to stop the transition, got to quit turning the ball over, and we'll be okay.
Well, there's one thing the Indians have to do if they want to get back in this game, and they cannot turn the ball over. I don't care about making shots anymore. What's hurting them is the turnovers. And that's why they're losing right now is the turnovers. And I'm pretty sure Oak Hill will hold for one, which is smart by Coach Law, saying we don't want to miss a shot and let the Indians get this game closer. We want to keep it how it is, if not add a little cushion even more than what they have. Right now it's, what, a 17-point game, so. And I don't know. This is a tough one. This is what I expected, though. I didn't think the Indians played a great half. Not at all, no. Good
nice backdoor pass. Count it in the foul.
And that's a good call.
Lead is 20. Foy with 3, Foy with 2, Foy with 1. And that's the way the first half's going to end. 35-15 a half. We'll be back with the second half in just a few moments. Well, welcome back into the big side, the big town of Mere, Indiana, and the Eagles' Nest. I'm telling you what, man, this is the big town.
Yes, it is, Mr. Bishop.
A capacity of about 20 people.
Probably not even that, to be honest with you. I bet there ain't even 20.
Hey, and guess what? Mississinewa turned it over again. Here's DuBois with it. Oak Hill with a 20-point lead. Goes over to Janessa Hasty. Hasty goes over to Trexler. Now back to DuBois. DuBois, top of the key, goes over to Trexler. Westgate. She's just traveling and no call, obviously. I mean, Roby. Top of the key goes over to DuBois. Now over to Roby. Inside Westgate. Coach Law must be wanting to play keep away. Here's Trexler, 3. And Mississinewa's not even trying to get a rebound. Not even trying to get a rebound.
She didn't box out.
DuBois shot, no. And again, another rebound.
Was that win earlier the 10th win of the Indian season?
Their 9th.
So what does that put them if they were to lose this one?
9-7.
Okay. Which is not bad last year when you only won 6 games.
4. You've got to be kidding me.
I don't think it was on Foy. I think it was on Hallie Plank. Just kidding. It's on Erica.
You have got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding you. Not kidding you one bit at all.
That has got to be one of the most outrageous calls I've seen all year. She had nothing but basketball in her hand. Unbelievable. .21 lead. Foy with the rebound. Back the other way. Here's Webb. Webb gets it off to Bartell. Bartell goes inside. Finally, a foul is called. Thank you, official.
Which official? I just want to know.
All 3.
Is that so?
Foy inside. Should have been a foul there, and again, no call.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Mere.
Goodbye, Mir. That's funny right there.
Inside. Roby just carried the basketball right in front of the official's face.
All right, here. Simmer down now. Simmer down. Simmer down.
Inbounding the ball is Bartell now for the Lady Indians. Mississinewa needs to go about 21 of 22 from the from 3-point range, and you'll win this game. You better start a fire and pour gasoline on it if you're Mississinewa. You better get red hot.
Well, you're going to have to do more than get red hot. I mean, good Lord, it's a 21-point game. The only way they're getting back in this is if Oak Hill
turns the ball over.
Just turns it over every time. I mean, honestly, that's nothing against Mississinewa, but here we go. Here we go.
With the basketball is DuBois. DuBois goes up, no good. Rebound, Hallie Plank. Here is Webb. Now to McKee. Webb inside. Plank. Count it in the foul, but again, no call. But she made the bucket.
Well, high off the glass, that's what you want to teach. You're big.
Got to get a stop. Got to get a stop.
That's a 4-0 run there for the Indians real quick.
Well, if they want to get back in this game, they need
more up. Still. Bartell with the steal. Here comes McKee.
Bartell.
Oh, I thought she was going to pull it.
Should have. What's there to lose?
I thought she was going to pull it.
What is there to lose? Here's Webb. Plank. Bartell.
Oh, I thought she was going to pull it again.
Plank. Now that's who you don't want pulling it from downtown. Webb, you got to dribble the ball. You're going to get a 5-second call.
Can't count when she doesn't have the ball.
Threw it away. Layup. Got it. Too easy.
It's got to be a pass fake on that. It's got to be a pass fake.
McKee.
Got to be a pass fake. Has to be a pass
Knocked
fake.
to the floor. .1 lead, 40-19.
Struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? I'm State Farm Agent Dennis Roach, and I can help you simplify and get to a better state. When we handle your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too. Because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, State Farm Agent Dennis Roach, at 674-983.
Welcome back to the Eagles' nest. Here's Foy. Foy with it. Gets it off to McKee. Now McKee to Bartell.
Almost another turnover.
Foy's got to start shooting. She can't just keep passing. You got to get Foy going.
Pop it.
McKee from downtown. Got it! As Slick Leonard would say, boom, baby!
Bobby Slick Leonard?
Yes, sir.
That's a former Hoosier right there. Go Indiana Hoosiers. He used to coach for the Pacers, didn't he? Or played for the Pacers?
He's a radio announcer for the Pacers.
Okay, that's what it is.
Here is Foy.
He's an old dog, I'll tell you, but Lord, was he good.
Adam McKee.
Played back for the Hoosiers in the 50s and the 60s. It's going to stay here. I thought Bartell dribbled it out of bounds. Man, Law is just still harping, man.
Hey, Mr. Official there in the stripes, tee him up.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Time to quit chirping. He'll stop chirping and give him a technical.
Hey, if I was a coach, I'd be fighting for my team until the end.
If I was the official, I'd say, hey, sir, you're up 18 points. What more do you want?
Well, I want to be up 20. I'm just saying I like the intensity from Coach Law. He expects greatness, and that's why the team is so good. That's why they're so good. It's the God's honest truth.
$18 points is the lead. Mississinewa's got to get a stop, and they need to go on about a 20-0 run. Or an 18-0 run, tie this bad boy up. Here is McCorkle, goes over to Hasty. Hasty in the corner, Roby. Roby inside. Hey, Josh, guess what?
A foul. I guess right, didn't I?
I think so.
I would say so. Oh, heavens. It's tough to watch these barn burners, I'll tell you what.
Before too long, it'll be like the Mississinewa boys and Oak Hill boys. It'll be 21 free throws Oak Hill and about 5 or 6 for the Indians.
When was this?
At about 2 weeks ago when the boys played here. Free throws were 21 attempted.
Oh, you're talking about when Mississinewa lost 50-30.
Yes.
Okay. Back on December like the 7th.
Yep. Here's Hewitt. Alley with it. Now Foy. Foy from downtown. She got hit with the body.
Not in rhythm.
The official must have lost his blinders. And back. Here is Hasty. Now to McCorkle. Back to Hasty. Hasty's feeling it. You might as well give it to her, Oak Hill. Westgate goes up. Hey, no fouls called. Thank you. Now here comes Hewitt. Hewitt back the other way. Now to Bartell. Now Hewitt. McKee. McKee with it. And another turnover. And Smith, layup, good. 22-point lead. 1:17 left in the third. We'll be back after these words from Raymond James.
In Grant County, you know how much it means to have neighbors you can count on, like the Cookout Kings who invite you over every weekend for Burger Palooza. Well, here's another good neighbor you can count on. I'm State Farm Agent Dennis Roach. My team and I are here to help life go right when you combine your home and auto insurance, which can save you money and time. So combine home and auto and start the savings rolling. Call me, State Farm Agent Dennis Roach at 674-9831, 674-9831, and get to
with a true understanding of your whole life beyond just your finances. Because as your needs become more complex, sophisticated advice and a relationship built for long-term become even more important. Raymond James, life well planned.
Welcome back to the Eagles' Nest in the beautiful downtown of Mere, Indiana, in a winter wonderland, in a turnover extravaganza.
Winter wonderland.
Turnover extravaganza for the Lady Indians.
It's all right. I won't make yours bleed anymore. I'll quit singing.
Foy, she got knocked to the floor. I mean, how many times can she get fouled before you don't? I mean, you got to blow the whistle at some point in the evening.
Simmer.
Back the other way. Pass inside.
Good dish.
McCorkle put it in.
Good dish and score for Oak Hill. Woo! Little sauce on that pass, Mr. Bishop. Uh-oh. Webb from deep. No. Our cameraman, Taylor Mavronicles, is about to fall asleep.
Taylor Mavronicles on the camera doing an outstanding job down there.
About to fall asleep.
Hey, wake up down there, big guy.
You still got a whole nother quarter.
McKee knocked away. You got to go and get that, McKee. Hey, there we go. Webb takes it away. Back the other way come the Lady Indians, and that's the way this third quarter is going to end. On the Nicholson Realty scoreboard, Oak Hill 46, Mississinewa 22. We're back with the fourth in 2 minutes on the Tribe Sports Network. Well, back here at the Eagles' Nest, here is McCorkle. Hands it off to Wilk. Inside Hasty. Hasty floats it up. And put it in. Foy. Erica goes over to Emmons. Emmons in the corner. Bartell Downtown. Tyler Bartell connects on a three. 40-25. Here is DuBois, goes in the corner to Hasty. Hasty. McCorkle. Smith. Brings it back out. Hasty shot up, no good. Smith, no good. Smith up again, no good. Wilk up, no good. Oak Hill still gets the rebound. Plank getting ready to check in. DuBois. With it. DuBois three, no good. Bartell went and got the rebound. Here's McKee. Riley goes over to Emmons. Lakin with it to Holly Greer. Greer lost control. Turnover, Mississinewa. With it. She traveled. Hasty travel. Turnover, Oak Hill. Allie Plank in. Holly Greer out. So now with the basketball is Foy to Bartell. Bartell back to Foy. Erica with it. Foy floater off the glass, put it in. Inside, Roby fouled. Here's Foy. Foy was fouled, no call. Emmons there. Jump ball. It's Mississinewa basketball. Now Emmons made a good play, and I'll feed her, give her the ball. Let her score. McKee. Bartell, shot, no. 49-27. DuBois with it, down the court. Downtown, Trexler, no. Emmons there again, jump ball. It's staying with Oak Hill this time, but Lakin Emmons there. Continues to keep playing hard. Inbound, hook up. Here's Emmons to Foy. Foy to Emmons. Emmons brings it out. Over to Riley McKee. McKee to Bartell. Bartell. Foy. Foy shot up. In and out. My goodness gracious. The Lady Indians just can't. Here is DuBois. Knocked off. Out of bounds. It's Oak Hill basketball. So DuBois. And bounce to Hasty. Good defense by McKee. It is Mississinewa basketball. Allie Hewitt returns. Hewitt returns to the lineup. It is 51-27. It is Riley McKee with the basketball. McKee working it. Driving inside. And Hewitt gets it to Bartell. Yep. Bartell steps over. And it's an over in the back call. Brittany Mccorkle into the lineup. Pass deflected. Bartell to Plank. Now Foy. If you're Eric, you come down and spot up and drill a three. McKee goes over to Bartell. Now Allie Hewitt. Hewitt with it. Driving inside, goes up, swatted, but she was fouled. Hewitt hit her elbow. Now she gets up. So Hewitt going to the line to shoot two. Boy, I'd be lucky if she hits in any of these because she probably can't even feel her arm after that one. Free throw up. Yeah, she's having trouble. Excellent job, Taylor Mavronicles again today on the camera, as always. And Hewitt hits that one. So, again, a special shout out to Taylor Mavronicles. As always, an outstanding job on the camera.
That's the third time tonight.
So here we go. O'Kill with the basketball. Goes over. Shot of Hasty, put it in. 53-28. Here is McKee. Riley goes over to Bartell. Bartell with it, gets it to Foy. Foy driving, puts the ball on the floor, now gets it to Allie Hewitt. Hewitt with it, kicks it out to Tyler Bartell. Bartell hands it off to Hewitt. Allie with it, puts the ball on the floor, goes inside. Shot up, no good, but a foul.
2 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the game.
Allie Hewitt going to the line to shoot two. Free throw by Hewitt is up and good. Got the first one, it's 53-29. It's not a 50-point win for Coach Law. Second one for Hewitt was no good. Gonna like the effort out of Mississinewa here tonight. They just don't give up.
Yeah, they could have said, I'm just going to give up, and they haven't. They kept with it. That's one good thing that they're doing.
Westgate put it up and in. 55-29. Still with 2 minutes left. Here is Hewitt. Hewitt with it. Allie dribbling, goes inside. Euro step, kicks it out McKee. McKee jumper on the way, no good. Allie Plank there to get the board, put it up and in.
2 minutes and 4 seconds left here in the ball game.
Hasty, Westgate, McCorkle. If Mississinewa could have had this effort there, I mean, they had the effort, but if they could have had this offensive rhythm in that first half, the story might have been a little bit different.
Yep.
Shot up, Plank swatted it, but of course, when you're in Mirror, Indiana, that's called a foul.
I would agree.
At the line is Taylor Westgate. 55-31, 141 left in the ball game. Westgate free throw up and in. Andrea Wilk and Aja Smith in for Oak Hill. One more, and it's up and in. So Westgate hits it. And number 53 also into the game, Marissa Wilk. Full timeout. Mississinewa, 57-31. Back after this on the Tribe Sports Network.
3-1 today and get to a better state with State Farm. Struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? I'm State Farm Agent Dennis Roach, and I can help you simplify and get to a better state. When we handle your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too. Because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, State Farm Agent Dennis Roach, at 674-9831 today and get to a better state with State Farm. Struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? I'm State Farm Agent Dennis Roach, and I can help you simplify and get to a better state. When we handle your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too. Because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40%.
Back here at Oak Hill High School. Back here, Oak Hill, again, 57-31. Oak Hill with the lead. We're down to 90 seconds to play before we crown the girls' Grant 4 champions. Here is Bartell. Bartell has got to get rid of it. Now to Allie Hewitt. Hewitt to Bartell. Tyler to Hewitt. Back over to Tyler Bartell. Inside, do it away. (57-31). McCorkle. McCorkle with it. Now to Hasty. Hasty driving. Kicks it out. Wilk. Timeout for substitution. Abby Shaw and Brooke Law into the game. Lakin Emmons, Madison Dodderwick into the game. .47 seconds left. It's 57-31. Shaw with it, goes in the corner, kicks it out, goes to Brooke Law. Oak Hill going to hold down to 30 seconds. That's going to do it unless somehow the Lady Indians decide they're going to foul.
How did you guess that?
Down to 15. There you have it, folks. Andy McCord said, predicted the score, and he was dead on the money. Down to 5. And there you have it, folks. The final from Oak Hill High School. Your 2017 Grant 4 champions are the Oak Hill Lady Golden Eagles. And that's going to do it for us here from Oak Hill High School. Thanks for watching. And as Andy McCord says, if you can dream, dream big, because you never know, those dreams may come true. Good night and have a safe trip as you travel this weekend, because the roads are slick. And be safe, everyone. We'll see you next time.